Let's see. This is one of the coolest inventions, probably the coolest invention from 1995 is the McFlurry. This is created in Canada. Fitting. It's a cold place. By Ron McClellan. The first McFlurry was an Oreo flavored one, sold June 7th.
Classic. That's the one I always get if I get them.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, you're right. It's like what I guess M&M is the other alternative. I think Oreo and M&M are kind of the two classic ones to me.
Yeah, though every once in a while, the Shamrock Shake or whatever else they come out with. But
is that a McFlurry or is it just a shake? I've never actually had a Shamrock Shake.
Me neither, actually. So I guess I can't really say. But
yeah, I don't know. I would assume they're
shakes, but like the same.
But McDonald's isn't like known for shakes, though. Do they have regular shakes?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think that's just what they call it because it's like a play on words. I'm pretty sure it's still a McFlurry, though. I don't know. I've never had one, actually.
McFlurry. Already, it already is an Irish thing. A McFlurry?
Oh, yeah.
That should have been Conor McGregor's fucking name. You're going to get out there. It's going to be a McFlurry of punches coming down on you. I got me M&Ms and me Oreos right here.
Wait till you get the Shamrock.
This machine's never broken. It's always coming for a beating. We're open for business. These debuted in Canada in 95. They would make their way to the U.S. in, can you guess what year?
97?
97, yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, all the follow-ups to this year are 97. Everything takes 2 years to kind of settle in. Another thing that was developed this year, it didn't actually, it did start being produced, but not mass-produced. Uncrustables. The sandwiches missing their crust. They're just like crimped edges around the outside. They're great.
Smash sandwiches. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Love those. They're developed in Fargo, North Dakota, by Len Kretschmann and David Geske. Their wives came up with the idea. They just told them, like, hey, you guys should make a sandwich without crusts on them because kids don't like crusts. And they were like, okay. So then they just did it. I thought that was a cool story that they just their wives were like, do this thing. And they said, okay, let's try it. And they came up, they did it. And then they started selling them to schools this year.
Hell yeah.
And they started getting into the school districts and I thought that was cool too. That was like a neat way to go into it. I would have thought they were like a product first that made its way to schools. And you're like, that makes sense to sell that to kids. But it's like, no, they first went to the schools and then became an actual product outside of that.
That's a good idea because that's would be the best place to go sell them because people might not buy them in the grocery store just because they're like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, and you think like, oh, this is definitely just for kids, this product. But like, man, I've eaten a billion Uncrustables. I didn't know they were around when we were kids.
I mean, I remember them being around as kids.
I didn't really know about them until I was older. I started eating them as a grown-up.
I never ate them. I don't think it was ever anything that my parents ever bought, but I knew about them. I got a fun one. On April 29th, the longest sausage ever made in Ontario, Canada. 28.77 miles long.
What the fuck?
Right?
28 miles. Jesus.
Yeah,
that's a grotesque amount of meat to think of. Like,
so crazy.
How many fields of pigs is that?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, what? Yeah, or any animal, and just get them all.
Yeah, we're taking
throw them in the
can,
chopper. Yeah.
From here to there, it's horse. From over that, go down there, it's cat. We took whatever we could find. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if people. That's funny. Anytime you see a giant food, it's like, I wonder if it tasted good. Do you think it cooked all the way through? The edges were burned to smithereens and the inside was raw.
Yeah, how did you cook it? It's just like going through a conveyor belt of an oven, like
just a regular sized oven, just taking 28 miles of fucking sausage. So like 28 miles too, because you think of a giant sausage, you think of it being like 5 feet around and like I don't know 100 feet long, 100 feet even as a giant sausage.
Yeah,
this was it like normal sausage like width? And just 28 miles?
Yeah, it looked like a regular sausage. Yeah, it wasn't like, super wide. I guess that makes sense because you don't want it to be like huge just and 28 miles long.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like, if it had been like short, how wide would it have been? Like,
just like fills the room up. You're like,
yeah, it's hugely round. That would be kind of cool. DiGiorno pizzas, they came out in stores.
Sausages on those.
I was going to say they have sausages sometimes. That's where I was going with that. They initially were a pasta and sauce company in 1991. They came out selling sauces and pastas. And then in 95, they made their pizzas for the first time. which of course is what they're known for now. Their slogan makes a lot more
delivery.
sense now too.
It's
Yeah,
DiGiorno.
before it was not delivery, it's DiGiorno, and you're like, what a glass bottle of pasta sauce? Who would have delivered this?
Was that still their
No, I'm
slogan?
just kidding. Something else that comes in glass bottles: Blue Moon beers first debuted, coming out of Golden, Colorado, and Bullet Bourbon. Their bottles first hit shelves. So they were first put into bottles a couple years prior, but they actually were being sold for the first time in '95.
Okay. Blue Moon's not as popular as it used to be. I feel like it used to be in every bar when we were like
for sure.
in our, early 20s. But now it's like a lot of different alternatives. Remember Shock Top too? That was a big craze after Blue Moon.
Yeah. Well, now, there's so many more microbrews and stuff. Blue Moon was like one of the first kind of like smaller breweries, but it wasn't humongous, but it also wasn't small enough to really be like a micro thing.
Wait, Golden, Colorado, isn't that Coors?
That's where Coors comes from. They weren't attached to them at first. They are now. They're like part of it. But at first they were just another beer company. Last little piece of food thing I'll say that came out this year that I was pretty stoked on was caramel apple pops. Usually get them around Halloween.
Yeah.
Dude, those are so
I always
good.
get them from the ice cream guy.
That makes sense. Those are fucking awesome. I haven't had one of those in a while. Kind of one of those weird things that you don't really consider where they come from or like who makes them. You would kind of think they've been around for forever. They're almost like peppermint twists or something like that. They're just like a random candy that shows up in your life.
Yeah.
But 1995. So these were like solidly from our childhood, and I
always
loved those.
I was always trying to bite them, and you couldn't because
it sticks to your teeth.
Yeah.
And then like
stuck
to your tongue. Those are. And then also, I guess now when I was researching them, they make them in a circle like mold. The actual pop inside, then they cover it with caramel. Because before it was just like flat and sharp and like jagged on the edges.
Yeah.
Like the green part inside.
That was the best part because you could actually bite it off because there was a little bit.
Yeah, you get to the edges and like kind of like work off a little piece. Now they're like a little circles fully. So it seems
what the heck?
A little bit less fun, a little more uniform, less carnival-y.
Yeah.
They also make Red Delicious and Golden, whatever the fuck you call them.
Apples. Like
Golden
the apple
Colorados.
flavors on the inside.
Yeah. They make those both flavors of those caramel apple pops. I've never tried those too.
No, I don't know. I never had them. I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah, they don't sound as good to me right off the bat, but I would try them.
I think the golden one would be better than the red apple. Or
I can't even tell. I've had a yellow apple like a couple times in my life. I just think yellow is like the least appetizing color to me for a fruit, unless it's a banana or something. Like I just think I think it looks like an apple that isn't yet ripe.
I don't know. Pears are pretty good.
Yeah, pears are good, but pears are like green. They're kind of in the middle of green and yellow. The Mike Wazowski color. I think when I see a yellow apple, especially when I was a kid, I think probably is all it was. The first time I saw a yellow apple, it just looked like a really unripened red apple. Mm-hmm. And so I was just like, oh, that just seems like a weird, that like didn't sit well with me. And I don't know if I've ever actually eaten a yellow apple.
I definitely have, for sure. You ever had a black apple?
No.
Tennessee black apples? Fire.
No, I think you have been cursed by a witch. It's not. Who handed? Did the person who handed you kept calling you they're pretty? They say, come here, my pretty. You'll love this apple, my pretty.
No, I didn't even know they existed. I went to a
Had you angered anyone with your
orchard.
beauty recently? Does they're like naturally come out black?
Yeah. Then there's a Japanese version of it that's like straight black. I mean, you see the Tennessee black apples and they're like, yeah, I could see why you call them that. But then you see the Japanese one and it's like, what the fuck? I've never had that one before, but.
Oh, that looks pretty sick, actually. These black apples. They look like, they kind of look like plums or something.
Yeah.
They look like they'd be good. They look like they have a deep flavor. Mm-hmm. I keep seeing it pop up in like relation to whiskeys. So that would probably be good too. Okay, let's see now. Move on to technology, shall we?
Let's do it.